For the Anzac biscuits, I need to get all of my ingredients in the right place. So in my bowl I have 100 grams of plain flour, I have 25 grams of porridge oats, and I have 25 grams of desiccated coconut. I also need to put in 30 grams of caster sugar, and I'm just going to mix those together with my fingers very quickly, just so that all the dry ingredients are combined. In a small saucepan, I've got 50 grams of butter, so I've got my 50 grams of butter in there, and I need to add 20 mils of golden syrup. Now 20 mils is 2 dessert spoons, so I'm just going to put 20 mils of golden syrup into here. There we go, that's 1, 2. So just 2 dessert spoons of golden syrup into there, and I'm just going to use my finger to squish most of the remaining syrup out of there, as those saucepans measure, the spoons measure really accurately. And this needs to be put on a very gentle heat on the cooker to melt. You are only trying to melt the butter and get the two of them to mix together. So don't put that on a very high heat. And the last ingredients that I need are bicarbonate of soda and some boiling water. So I need to put half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda into this bowl. New one, didn't realise. Because the flour is plain flour, so if I can actually get into this. Didn't make a very good job of opening that. There we go. Just half a teaspoon, 2.5 mils of bicarbonate of soda. Now, don't be tempted to pile this up like that, so you've got as much on your spoon as possible. This doesn't taste nice. It's a raising agent, but it really won't taste nice if you've got too much of it in your mixture, and that needs to be mixed up with just 1 dessert spoon of boiling water. So it's the same size spoon you used for the syrup. I just need to wait for the kettle to boil and the butter and the margarine to melt. Okay, I've melted the syrup and the margarine together in my saucepan, and I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil so I can do the final bit of mixing before I put the wet ingredients into the dry. And all I need is just 10 mils of boiling water to go into the bicarbonate of soda. So there we go. Kettle's boiling. So carefully measure your 10 mils of boiling water into your bicarbonate of soda, and when you put it in and mix it up, it should start to fizz a little bit, and that needs to go straight into your syrup. Excuse me. Yep, shush. Straight into the syrup and the margarine, and then that can be poured into there, so that you add all of your wet ingredients into your dry straight away and just mix this together to make your biscuit dough. So keep stirring that until you've got one mixture, which should be easy enough to pick up and roll into balls in your hands. So just keep going with that until you've got a nice even biscuit mixture. So I'm just going to get all the mixture off the spoon for a moment, put my hands in and just squeeze the last bit of that together. So there we go. So that should be done, and you should have one nice ball. Okay, one nice ball of biscuit mixture. Okay, when you've got your ball of biscuit dough ready, what you need to do is just break off small pieces about the size of a large marble. So about that size, just roll it and pop all of the balls down on the baking tray, trying to keep them a nice even size. Doesn't matter if the balls are not perfectly even in size, but just keep going until you've got a tray full of biscuit balls. Don't put them too close together because biscuits do spread in the oven. Okay, once you have all of your little biscuits rolled, to finish shaping them, you just need to press down on the top of the little biscuit balls with a fork. I've made 14 of these, and we'll see how much they rise. Just try and keep them evenly spaced on your baking tray because they will spread and rise a little bit. So there we go, 14 little biscuits, and they're going in an oven on 160 degrees, gas mark 4, for 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, the Anzac biscuits have had 12 minutes in the oven, and you can see they've spread a little bit. They're nicely golden brown, but the thing you have to remember with biscuits is they are always soft when they are warm. So these just need to sit for a couple of minutes on the baking tray until I can move them off, and then when they've sat there for a couple of minutes and I'm sure they're not going to fall apart, I will move them off and put them onto a cooling rack.